This is the most like early 2000s YouTube background that I have had in a while. Whew. Hi, I'm Puffin, or the Hoarding Puffin, and today, or rather this week, I want to try something. A little experiment, if you will. So, I have a large interest in fashion and clothing, but a lot of the time that doesn't really translate to my day-to-day life because I have class almost every day. I have work 2 times per week, and then after work I go to class. I don't really do outfits most of the time because of that. I throw on pants, I throw on a shirt, and I'm out the door. I don't really pay attention to my clothing as much as I would like to. And I was kind of racking my brain on what I could do and how I could maybe counteract that. And I was listening to the 70 Muppets podcast, because of course I was, because I'm a huge Muppet nerd. One of my oldest, no, not one of my oldest, the oldest special interest I have is puppetry. So naturally I'm a Muppet head. And I had the idea that I could try and dress like a Muppet for an entire week, like different Muppets, and see if that is something I can do, if that is something I can sort of manage in my day-to-day life with the clothing I already have, because obviously I'm not going to buy new clothing for a silly video challenge. Granted, I'm cheating a little bit. So today is Saturday, and I'm gonna do this challenge from tomorrow, Sunday, to next week, Saturday. Because next week, Sunday, aka when the next week would technically end, is D&D. I'm not putting on an outfit for D&D. For D&D, I'm putting on leggings or joggers, I'm putting on a shirt, and I'm a little lump that does nothing but roll dice and be silly. And potentially play some very devastating scenes, because we're playing a vampire campaign right now, and that is kind of a breeding ground for devastation. Point being, there's no way I'm gonna do an outfit, not even for a funny video challenge, for a day where I'm just sad with my friends playing D&D all day. So we're gonna do this from tomorrow to next Saturday, and I am going to make a little randomizer wheel with a bunch of different Muppets from The Muppet Show, Sesame Street, and Fraggle Rock. This is so silly. This is incredibly silly and weird as hell, but I think it could be fun for myself, if nobody else. And also it feels like a good little thing just for me, because it's this, literally, I think yesterday or something was the official 70-year anniversary of the Muppets. So while I don't have a video like on the dot, on the day, I still feel like it's a little tiny form of celebrating my love for the Muppets, if nothing else. There's just the Wheel of Names website, and I'm just gonna put in all of the names. That's a good question actually, who am I putting in? So obviously gotta have Kermit. I'm gonna put Moki, because she's a queen. I'm gonna put Elmo. I'm putting ones from German Sesame Street as well, because those are my babies. I've seen a lot of them, like the actual puppets, in an exhibition, and I love them. I am German and I love Sesamstraße just as much as I love the like original PBS Sesame Street. So I'm putting Samson from German Sesame Street, because I love him. Samson is like our big bird, okay? Same way we have Rumpel, who is our Oscar. We also have Oscar, but we also have Rumpel. Oh, I could put Fienchen. I should put Fienchen. Fienchen is my absolute favorite one. She is a snail who works for the snail post, the snail version of UPS. I feel like I have to put Miss Piggy. She would kill me otherwise. Gonzo, obviously. I'm so tempted to put Jean the Gold Behemoth. Animal. Janice. Is it cheating if I just put the entire Electric Mayhem here? Okay, I have a bunch of entries now, so I'm gonna spin my wheel. There. Okay, so I've spun the wheel a bunch of times and I put all the names in my notes app, and I've already sort of sorted them into the days, which is a little bit cheating because like technically I should have put them in the order that I got them on the wheel, but I kind of had to adjust the ideas I had for the outfits to the weather so I don't die of either being too cold or too warm. So the Muppets I'm gonna dress up from tomorrow to next week Saturday in order are Moki from Fraggle Rock, Samson from German Sesame Street, Animal from the Muppet Band, Kermit the Frog, Gonzo, aka the Great Gonzo, our non-binary legend, Wembley Fraggle, and Dr. Teeth. This is such a mix of characters. Ah! Okay, so it is Sunday. I slept in and I had breakfast. I'm still working on my coffee. I got caught up on some podcasts that I missed a few episodes, so my Tough Pigs and also Future and Versa Boys. And yeah, I have my outfit. I have, of course, the radish earrings because Moki look, obviously. And then the green top and my beloved flowy purple skirt that I got in California from a street vendor. And yeah, I am certainly feeling very Moki.